And welcome back to Game Escape, here today to talk about Virtual Boy Wario Land, which is a game that is near and dear to me. I had picked up a Virtual Boy in 1995, towards the latter part of 95, around the time when it was pretty much clear that the system was a failure, so I got it at a pretty cheap price. And it came with the pack-in game, which was Mario Tennis, and then I picked up Red Alarm and this game. And I started with Tennis, I moved to Red Alarm, and those games were just kind of seemed like tech demos to me. When I put this game in, I felt like now I understand the reason why this system was made. This is, in my opinion, one of the best Nintendo platformers that I've ever played. And I had not, up to that point, played a Wario game on the Game Boy. So this was a whole new series to me, and the 3D effects in this game, for the time, were something that have never been seen, or had never been seen, and pretty much akin to the kind of platformers you see now on the 3DS. There seemed to be more care and more polish put into this game than any other game that I played on the console. Now, granted, I have not played all 20 North American releases, but I played a fair bit on the Virtual Boy, and to me this game stands out head and shoulders above the rest. The quality is just in another league. Now, what makes this game so much fun? Well, just the precision controls. You know, Wario feels like kind of a boss character. He feels pretty powerful, and as he gets the different hats, whether he's got the quick dash or breathing fire, any of the other powers, he feels significantly different from Mario. I mean, it's not, I guess he's not truly different, it's the same concept, but, you know, especially back in the day, it felt fun. It felt, you know, like I was this sort of powerful character. And just the different implementations of the 3D, the ability to travel in the foreground and background. Again, it's something that's now pretty standard, I would say, in 3DS games, but for 1995 to see that was pretty unique. And what's more, the game had a really nice sense of progression. It seemed like the levels were just the right length. They introduced new challenges. The boss characters were fun. You could really sit down and absorb yourself in this game, and I think part of the reason was that, you know, the Virtual Boy had so many technical limitations in the sense that it was not meant for long play. And you can see that whenever you fire up a Virtual Boy game, they suggest putting on the automatic pause. Like after 15 minutes, the game stops. So I believe this game was kind of designed with that in mind, that, you know, a 15-minute playthrough will be really, really satisfying, and the pace of the game is such that you feel like you're making really good progress in the span of 15 or 20 minutes. Now, that's not to say that that pacing kind of mitigates the fact that Virtual Boy games really give you a headache, and this game more than most, because this is one of the games that you actually wanted to play for long stretches of time. It's a game that, you know, I remember back in the day, I would play it for, I'd turn that automatic pause off, play it for hours. It was, and even had, you know, replayability. There was just something so unique about it. It was just, again, one of, I think, the finest platformers of its time. So a couple days ago, I fired it up on the original Virtual Boy console, and I played it for about 45 minutes. And then I experienced this dreaded screen banding issue where you have these horizontal lines across the screen and the image kind of breaks up and almost melts. It's apparently a common problem with Virtual Boys, can be repaired. But anyway, for those 45 minutes, I was really, really suffering. I mean, I did have a headache, and maybe I'm just getting older, but I found it to be quite unpleasant to play. Just from that, the standpoint of the, I guess, visual stress it puts on you. So it you know, it's just a shame because the game is so good. What you're seeing here is the Virtual Boy emulator, and this pink-purple look is also not exactly easy on the eye. So it's such a wonderful game trapped in a substandard technology. And I could only hope that Nintendo now, especially with the new 3DS, and in honor of the 20th anniversary of this game, maybe come out with, you know, an eShop version, full color, because the game deserves a better kind of canvas than it got. It was, for its time, the game that you showed off for the system. Friends laughed at me when I got the Virtual Boy, even though it was pretty cheap. But when I put this game on and said, you know, just look in there, play this, people did not want to stop playing it. You know, friends, family, it was just such a unique experience. So go out there, and if you have a Virtual Boy, it needs to be in your collection. If not, download the emulator. You can even get those blue and red 3D glasses, apparently, and play it in 3D, although I have not tried that with the emulator. You know, you can get a sense of the fun of this game, but lacking that 3D effect, it will seem fairly normal. And actually, I thought some sections, some boss battles, were a little bit more difficult to play in 2D because a lot of the strategy relied on the 3D depth perception that you got with the Virtual Boy. But all in all, it's kind of a hidden Nintendo classic, and it's a game that should not be forgotten. So for the 20th anniversary of the Virtual Boy, I wanted to call attention to it and really praise Nintendo for as bad as that system was, and for as abject of a market failure that it was, and I think generally a miscalculation on their part. They had one great game, and it deserves to be played. So I thank you as always for watching Game Escape, and I'll be back shortly with another video.